Being a student at home can be challenging, especially for kids who have never done it before, which is a lot of kids. So joining us now with some resources to help parents when their child is struggling with an assignment is educator Sarah Gagno. Hi, Sarah.
Hi, good morning, Molly.
Great seeing you. I think this is such an incredibly good topic for us, obviously so timely, but so many parents are finding themselves home with kids, and kids are finding themselves learning in a way that they never have before.
Absolutely, which can definitely bring up some struggles and some frustrations in their learning.
Yeah, for sure. So I want to talk about that in particular. I think parents always want to make sure they're reacting appropriately. Most of us don't want to overreact, but we also don't want to underreact. So I wonder from your standpoint as a teacher, when is it okay or when should we as parents reach out to a teacher when we have the sense that they're struggling with maybe an assignment or with virtual learning?
I think that's a great question. So the first thing I would say would be to use your child at home as a resource. They are very resourceful. A lot of them have Chromebooks or iPads or tablets that have been given to them from the district. And students have been taught from a very young age to use those as a resource to look up things for help on YouTube from other educational websites. Every district has an online library media specialist that has many, many resources for students to figure out their some of their problems or questions or frustrations right there at the district homepage, as well as just contacting the teacher. It's not a matter of when, it's when you feel it, we're ready to help.
I like that. And I think if I'm hearing you correctly, what you're saying is first start, if a kid can figure it out for themselves or parents can be helpful. Obviously, most of us aren't educators. If we can be helpful, try to solve it yourself. But then if you really see that they're struggling, it's okay to reach out to the teacher because that's what they're there for.
Absolutely. We want the kids to advocate for themselves, and if they can be part of the process in asking for help, I would really encourage parents to do that, even with little ones in K through third grade, fourth grade. Sit down and create a video together asking the teacher for help. Send pictures of what exactly you're looking at. If it was like on a math sheet or something in a textbook that you are confused by, or create the email together as a parent and a child so that they can see how you are modeling that type of I'm lost, what do I do? And as an adult, we ask for help, and this is what we do in our family. That would be a great place to start.
I like that. I always want to be respectful of a teacher's time, but I also want to communicate with them in a way that not only works for me, but that I'm respecting their favorite way of communicating. What do you suggest in terms of how or the way we communicate with a teacher?
Great question. I asked a lot of different teachers about this before I came on the show today, and I wanted to let you know that I wasn't aware that so many districts are approaching this situation in different ways, which is awesome that we have the autonomy to do that, but it does provide some sort of confusion when parents have kids going to different districts. So the best thing you can do is email. Use the directory on the district homepage or your school homepage and email them with your questions directly. Some teachers and districts have office hours, but really just letting us know that you have a question and times that are available for you will help us coordinate with other families and the times that we have available. So in your email, just make sure to put that time frame down to us. And if you don't have an email, just call the district and leave a message on the voicemail, because voicemail comes through to our email as well.
I have no idea how many households may be without an internet connection, but do you have any thoughts about what families should do if they don't have that set up?
Absolutely contact the district, because I know at our district we have solutions. The tech solutions are kind of happening as we speak, and they're trying to figure that out as best as possible. But letting your district know that you don't have, maybe you were in a rush to get out of school and you forgot your iPad or your technology, or you may just not have a strong internet connection to do the type of virtual learning. So please let them know that. And then other things parents can do is talk about what it means to take care of one another, which is a big theme that we're hearing all over social media, and that you are not alone. What does that mean for your family, and how can you do that for each other within your household? That's what I would do.
One of the things, and my kids are a little bit older, but I always wonder, is this something I should address with the teacher? Does my child feel like this should be addressed with the teacher? And so sometimes I think as a parent, it's okay to ask your child. Now, maybe they have to be a little bit older, but say to them, okay, it seems like you're struggling. Is this something you want me to talk to your teacher about?
Yeah, definitely include them in that conversation, and as if they can be part of the solution and again advocate for their own learning, that's where we really want them to grow. But if they need that support, I mean, I've sat with students and we've crafted emails to teachers that they were having difficulties and challenges with, and sometimes they just need that support in figuring out how to craft an email and to properly what to say on a voicemail so that their communication is clear to their instructor.
I agree. I think a lot of it is suggesting the language that they need to use. I love that you're helping parents with keys to unlocking education in their households, because we're all learning as we go. So thank you so much for your time today. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And if you have questions, you can actually email Sarah. Here it is. It's learningunlocked123@gmail.com. She said she'll take your questions and get back to you with an answer, which is fantastic.